Good morning, good morning, good morning, and wake up, wake up, wake up. It's your boy, Vincent E. Gray with Be Invincible. I have your morning motivational snackable, but I'm putting a twist on it today. Today, we're going to honor the contribution and the remarkable work of Dr. King, so I'm going to call it Martin Monday. But before we get ready to jump into our conversation, because this is some good game today, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to get your notebook, I want you to get your pen, and I want you to open up your note apps, and I'm about to get ready to teach. Now, I'm about to say something real quick. I want you to brace yourself. I'm going to say something that's contrary to what you've heard. And what I want you to know is that Dr. King did not have a dream. I'm going to let you sit in that for a minute. Dr. King did not have a dream. The dream had him. I'm going to snap on that. The dream had him. And see, when the dream have you, you think differently, you act differently, you behave differently, you talk differently, and the last one, you strategize differently. See, Dr. King didn't have a dream. The dream had him. See, because when the dream have you, it consumes you, it guides you, and then it demands action out of you. Because when the dream is big enough, I want you to hear me. When the dream is big enough, the fight and the sacrifice, it does not matter. Why? Because the end result is always bigger than the fight. I want you to write that down. The end result is always bigger than the fight. See, Dr. King understood one thing. He understood that his dream was rooted in his purpose. And when your dream is rooted in your purpose, you can't afford the luxury of giving up. You cannot afford the luxury of giving up. You don't have a plan B. What? No, you don't have a plan B. You have to reinforce plan A. Ooh, you see, your plan B is your plan A plus. I know you have a plan A, but if plan A don't work, you got to go to plan A plus. Dr. King, he didn't even want to be a civil rights leader. No, when he went to Morehouse College, this dude, he was like, man, he wanted to go into pre-med. He wanted to be a doctor. But it was a teacher by the name of Howard Thurman that changed his way of thinking. And a gentleman, also his mentor, Benjamin E. Mays, they used to always tell him, all you have is just a minute, only 60 seconds, and it forced upon you. You didn't seek it. You didn't choose it. It's up to you to use it. You will suffer if you abuse it. Give account if you lose it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. See, Dr. King, he understood you can't lose with the stuff that I use because the stuff that I use don't lose. Giving you a good game today. Come on, did you hear what I just said? Write that down. You can't lose with the stuff that I use because the stuff that I use don't lose. And the stuff that he was talking about is one simple thing: refuse to be denied. This year, I want you to refuse to be denied. I want you to write that down. Starting this year, I want you to refuse to be denied. Because one simple thing, Dr. King didn't have a dream. The dream had him. Let me tell you the stories. I'm about to end it. Reverend Jesse Jackson, today there's a breakfast for Reverend Jesse Jackson. And I remember one time I was talking to him, and I asked him, I said, how did you get called into the movement? And he told me that he went to a historical black college in North Carolina, and Dr. King has told him he wanted to be a part of the movement. And he said, I need you to go to Chicago. He planted him in Chicago. He said one day they went out for breakfast, and he was drinking some coffee, and he said, Dr. King, he said, why are you obsessed with the movement? And this is what he had. He said, what if I put sugar in his coffee? What would happen? He said it'd be sweet. He said, what if I put rat poison in the coffee? What would happen? He said, it would kill me. He said, that's why I'm in the movement. He said, what do you mean by that? To protect the coffee, to make sure that nobody put rat poison in the coffee. Ooh, I want to tell you that your assignment this year is to protect the coffee. It's okay to put something sweet in the coffee, but you must protect the coffee and make sure that nobody poison your mind, poison your future, and poison your community. You must protect the coffee and refuse to be denied. That's all I have for you today. My name is Vincent E. Gray with Be Invincible. Never let what your eyes see determine what your heart believes. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have a good one tomorrow. Be great on Martin Monday.